Alright, what's up in Charm City 187?
What's going on, everybody?
Obviously, the Ravens beat the Bengals 20-17 in overtime, and...
Does it really feel like they beat them, though?
No. It does not inspire any confidence whatsoever in me after that game. In our offense. Our defense, the sixth-ranked defense in the NFL. Can't ask them to do anything else. I mean, they shut them out for pretty much 4 quarters. It was, 17-3 at the beginning, 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
The offense, we won this game how Harbaugh lost the Green Bay and the Pittsburgh game on fuck-ups by the other coach.
Yep.
Marvin Lewis lost that game. They should have. Joe Flacco was 20 of 34 for 104 yards.
Well, that's when you take away the sack yardage.
Yeah, he got sacked 5 times for 36 yards. I don't care. 20 of 34 for 140 yards ain't much better than 104 yards.
Yeah.
With 2 interceptions and a fumble and 2 touchdowns, but I mean, the defense gave them the ball basically in shit. This is how bad our offense is. The Bengals defense had more penalty yards
than we had total yards in the first half.
They had more penalty yards than our offense had passing yards the whole game.
When you take away the sack yardage.
At the end of the first half, they had 114 yards in penalties. We
had 96 total yards, that's what I just said.
Yeah, I know, but at the end of the game, what do we have? 140 yards. 140 yards if you don't take away the sacks. And
Ray Rice had 30 yards rushing. Bernard Pierce had 31.
I'm talking about passing.
You said yards.
Yeah, pass yards.
No, you said yards.
No, I didn't. I said pass yards. He had 140 pass yards. I know Ray Rice was averaging 1.6 yards a carry. 18 carries for 28 yards.
Oh.
And that just makes it even worse that Ray Rice is saying he's 100% healthy.
It's like we were saying during the game. He should just say he's hurt, but he's trying to play through it to try and get to the playoffs.
If I were him, I'd be like, man, I'm so fucking banged up, I can barely walk.
But
because if he's 100%, he sucks that fucking bad.
Or he's just saying basically subtly saying how bad the offensive line is, because that offensive line is shit.
Yep. And out of Flacco's 5 sacks today, two or three of them
are from Rice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not being able to block.
Or picking the wrong guy to block.
Yeah.
You don't pick the guy that's coming on Flacco's face side, but you
just let the guy run right up the middle, right?
Yeah, that's what I meant. You pick the guy that's coming off on the right, far right, but you don't pick the guy that's coming straight up the middle, and then Joe can't step up in the pocket. Like even on the touchdown pass, that's 1-yarder. He was running for his life. He was running for his life at the 20-yard line.
He always ran. I was like, yo, don't run out of bounds. Don't run out of bounds. You better not run out of fucking bounds. And oh my God, these idiots on the Ravens forums. I'm just happy to come out of that game with the W.
No.
If you are happy about winning that game and you're a Ravens fan, there is something fucking wrong with you. Like, seriously.
Well, we even said when we were up 17-0.
Yeah, I was like, we're not going to be able to do anything. And coaching almost lost that game again. It's, 4 minutes left and you throw the ball 3 straight times.
I called it too.
Yeah. If you run it them 3 times, that last drive of the game doesn't even fucking happen.
Yeah.
That would have took another minute and, 20-some seconds off the clock.
Well, what they did was they ran on first down.
Well, no, they threw it, but he caught the ball.
Yeah. Well, I thought they ran on first down, threw it on second down, he caught the ball, and then he dropped it on third down.
No, he threw it on first down, he caught the ball. Then he threw it again, it was incomplete, and then he ran it and punted it.
Yeah. That's a pretty amazing Hail Mary, though.
Yeah. And you can blame Harbaugh a little bit, but if it weren't for Harbaugh, they wouldn't even have been in that fucking game. 200. Well, he should have had 3 interceptions, but he dropped 1.
4, basically.
Yeah. 4.
If he doesn't put his hand on that one ball, we don't even have overtime. And then we're going, they escaped with a win. Well, they still escaped with a win, but
he said he was just trying to knock the ball away from Green. He wasn't trying to knock it in the air.
Green wasn't within 5 yards of him.
He was like right beside him, wasn't he?
He was like 5 yards to his left. He hit it up in the air, and Green was just like.
And that's the second time that he did that in the game.
Yeah.
The one play on like third and 15 that play over the middle. Hedebo tipped it. And then
can we just say how bad Andy Dalton was, too, and I can be reassured by my fact that they can't do anything with Andy Dalton at quarterback?
Andy Dalton, almost tripled the output of Joe Flacco, though.
He was 20 of 30. He was 20 of 44 for 201 yards passing, because you take away his sack yardage, too. Don't just talk about Flacco's. And with 3 picks. And a lot of boneheaded and horrible throws.
Yeah. Well,
and the thing is, he has all of his weapons. He has Sanu. He has Eifert. He has Green, Bernard, Jarvis Green, Ellis. He has all of his weapons. Joe's got what? 2 weapons?
Well, I mean, even the way Joe's playing now, even if he had weapons, I don't think he'd be able to do shit.
No, but
underthrowing.
But if he had people like Dennis Pitta and Anquan Bolden that he could trust. The only person he trusts out there is Torrey Smith. And Torrey Smith is a 3-route guy. Slant, go, and post. That's it. That's all he runs.
Well, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with Flacco, but he cannot throw a go route anymore. He cannot throw a long ball.
And then the one he throws perfectly, Torrey Smith gets pushed off his route a little bit and hits off his fingertips.
He cannot. Every time he throws the ball.
Well, he never really could throw a go route anyways. Every single one he always hit somebody. Had to stop and wait for the ball. That's why Jacoby Jones caught that miracle in Mile High.
Yeah, he caught that like he was catching a punt.
That's what I said.
He was like,
remember last year, that's the only thing you could basically catch from Flacco was a punt. And then in Super Bowl, punt. He had to start backpedaling.
Yep.
But I mean, I know.
And it don't even seem like the defense is in it. They want to win. The offense is like, I don't give a fuck. I'm getting married. I'm having kids, and I had another kid today. Had one last week, and on game day, the defense out there trying to play. The offense is like, fuck that.
The defense is far superior from the offense. I mean, it's not just that.
I'm worried about having my kid. Getting married.
That doesn't mean have anything to do with it at all. You're just saying that. It all starts from the middle and works its way out. The problem is our quarterback who's got his head in the clouds and our center who's got his ass on the ground.
Because he's spitting out a baby every 9 months. He's getting married and Gradkowski sucks.
Shipley sucks. Yonda's having a bad year.
Shipley
got punched in the face and started having a seizure today.
Yeah, that's the only time I've seen him really fuck up though. Yonda, he just don't even look like himself.
Once everyone started calling him the best right guard in the NFL, he started to.
Well, they've been saying that for like 3 years.
I know, but still.
He
finally gets to the Pro Bowl last year, though.
In his defense, they're not doing what they used to do.
And Monroe's okay, but he's not. He's not what Brian McKinney was in run blocking. Because if you get Brian McKinney in that big wall moving forward, you just clear the way.
That's what's different about the run. I don't ever see them pulling Yonda.
Oh, and also, can we please stop running? Every single time they ran the pistol, what did we say?
They ran the ball. It's like, hey, we're going to run the ball this time. You either got to go here or here, but we're running it one of these places.
Yeah, and what? When they finally bring in Vontae Leach on that final drive, it's just like...
The Ravens are in pistol. They're going to run the ball. It's got to stack everybody on each side of the line, and they're not going to go anywhere.
It's like we said. He should just act like he's hurt.
If I were him, I'd be like, yo, I'm hurt.
I'm still playing.
He's going to be losing money, and
he might get cut. Yeah. He might get cut.
If I were Harbaugh, I'd cut his ass. I'd be like, dude, I don't know what your fucking problem is. You need to lose like 20 pounds, get some fucking speed or something. But
he's never had speed though. He's always had elusiveness.
Yeah. But he don't, and he's slower. He's slower than he was last year or the year before. He's a lot slower.
He's a lot slower from last year. We didn't think he'd get any slower last year, but they saw a good offensive line last year. It all starts from the middle. It works its way outside.
But in the offensive line's defense, there was holes everywhere. It was just Ray Rice was running into the back.
Yeah, but when you're trying to dodge a defensive end laying at your feet.
Yeah, but. I mean, like, what was it? It was like the third quarter. Ran out the middle. I mean, all he had to do was go like this. And the hole was wide open.
Yeah.
What did he do? He ran right into the back of Gradkowski and fell on the ground.
Yeah.
It looked like a cartoon. He bounced off of him and landed on his back. Remember?
I remember. I just pictured it and started laughing. But it's a cavalcade of things wrong with that offense. No weapons. They got one weapon, Torrey Smith, and like we said, he's good for 3 routes. That's it. No tight ends and
what the fuck happened to Brandon Stokely? Where is Brandon Stokely? Is he on like a milk carton somewhere?
He's on the sidelines with Bernard Scott, a guy who we signed.
Yes, where's Bernard Scott?
Our running backs aren't working, but yeah, Harbaugh, Mr. Insane, continues to do the same thing over and over again. Just continues to throw them out there.
Yo, I would be much more happier if our offense just stayed in shotgun and had Vontae Leach standing right beside Flacco.
Mm-hmm.
He either pass blocks or you hand him the ball and he gets 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah.
I'd rather hand him the ball and him get 3 or 4 yards, or hand Ray Rice the ball.
I'd be surprised when he gets 2.
Yo, it was like, all right, it's 2nd and 4. How much you want to bet it's 3rd and 6 after this play?
No. It was second. We got the 2nd and 1,
Yeah.
and I said, guarantee you, it's 3rd and 6, and they're going to try and run the ball. And what happened?
Yeah.
They lost 5 yards on the run. It was a flare pass out to the left, but it was still a run because he threw it backwards.
It was a backwards pass.
I was literally like, it's like I'm a doomsday prophetess or something like that.
Yeah.
That wasn't a word. Sorry, people. But it's like, can we just like talk about the defense a little bit?
Yo, the defense is fucking cock diesel. 5 sacks, 3 interceptions. The one AJ Green was a fumble. The referees.
Oh my god.
The referees did everything to win this game for the Bengals except for give them the win.
Like,
Torrey Smith was going up for a catch a pass, and Pac-Man Jones had both his arms like that.
Yeah.
Holding both of his arms down. The one time the ball hit him right in the fucking throat.
Yeah.
Couldn't even move his arms.
And then Dan Dior's like, the guy who's never called a Ravens game right down the middle, just goes, that's obviously pass interference. He got away with highway robbery. That's what he said. And then
the other time he said he was molesting him.
Yeah. And then the AJ Green fumble.
Yep.
The hand does not count as being down.
So,
Forearm, not hand.
Yeah.
Hand can hit and cause a fumble.
If the hand being down is the case, every time you see a running back put their hand on the ground,
he's down.
He would be down right there.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if it's the backside of his hand or not.
Because then it's catch-22 because he can use the football to place it on the ground and keep himself up, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah. I think
Hedabo looked good. I don't care what anybody says.
Well, he had 9 tackles. He had 2 interceptions, 2 tackles for loss.
Plus all them pass breakups. Plus the last 4th down, that was all him. He stopped him on this side and then ran all the way across the field and stopped him 10 yards back in the backfield.
That was the funniest play I've ever seen because you and I were sitting there going, they're going to get a first down on this. That's just the way it's going. Mm-hmm. And then he cuts out to the left and we're like, oh yeah. No, to the right, cuts out to the right. And we're just like, oh, he's cutting it back up. Oh, he's running backwards. Yeah. What the hell is he? Oh, okay.
And I don't know where the fuck Corey Graham came from that play, but he came from like fucking center field.
And just went boom! But he still didn't hit him to the ground.
Yeah, Hedabo was the one that got him to the ground again.
And then,
Hedabo had him wrapped on the inside. He got out of it.
And then a little toss to Ray Rice to get the first down on the 41. And then...
Bobble hands.
And then it takes him 3 minutes to get the call from the booth when Joe Flacco's about to snap the ball, 2 seconds left on the play clock, to get a replay. And they went and look at that thing, and it's just like, how can you sit there and say he had possession because he caught it, pulled it in, got hit.
And then he started raking at the ball. That's a catch.
Yeah, and it's just like, how is that inconclusive? And then he comes out and says, call on the field stance, which means that he didn't see. Yeah, it was inconclusive. How's that inconclusive?
Should have been confirmed.
Yeah. He clearly caught the ball, which is rare for Ed Dixon. We can say it 9 times this year.
Ed Dixon's bobblehead should be a fucking pair of bobble hands. The hands that go like that.
Alright, well. Yeah. And then Justin and J Tuck. Yep. Mr. Reliable. We're sitting there going, the wind's at his back. No, now you have to worry about it.
Yep.
If he was going against the wind, I had a little bit of worry because I think in the Cleveland game earlier this year when he missed those two 45-plus yarders, it was a windy day, right?
Yeah.
And
they
they
were
were
53 and a 49.
Yeah, and then good old John Harbaugh stopped sending him out for 50-plus yard field goals.
Yep.
That's one thing. If you do one thing wrong with him, except for when you're Ray Rice,
You're done.
or Joe, you're done.
Until he needs you.
Yep. Look at Ellerby. He had Ellerby on the bench for 3 years.
Yeah.
And then that piece of trash, perfect. And I love the roughing the passer on Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
He is. It doesn't matter if he's out of bounds yet. He is stepping out of bounds. It's clearly he's stepping out of bounds, and then he flies like a torpedo.
That's the same thing Clay Matthews did to Colin Kaepernick.
And everyone called
he
him
had
dirty.
already leapt and was in flight and hit him.
Yeah.
Same exact play.
And everyone called Clay Matthews dirty for that play because Colin Kaepernick is the golden boy. Because he plays for the 49ers and he's, black. He is. I mean, that's the truth right there. I'm kidding.
Tom Brady is not black.
I know. But Tom Brady is the golden boy.
Yeah.
I was kidding about the Colin Kaepernick thing, okay? God damn it.
Alright, we're